Greetings everyone, this is Tor and welcome back to the Let's Play Final Fantasy playthrough. Previously we completed our first mission for the Lancers Guild, and we've also completed the 3 requirements for the quest close to home. So let's go back to the Adventurers Guild and report back to its proprietor, Mother Maroon, as I call her. I know that's not exactly how you say her name. Click on Aetheryte Shard, and we want to go to the Gridania Aetheryte Plaza. This is really close to the guild. And if you don't have all the Aetheryte Shards, go back to part 2 as I go through and grab all the ones in Gridania. I have not been to the other 2 towns yet, as our story has not progressed that far yet. So there is a completion mark or icon. Let's see what she says. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little task, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best to grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry? I cannot empathize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Lightbringer. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. So we just got our second Lancer skill. We'll talk more about that when we get back into combat. But essentially, you're eventually going to want to build a rotation where basically a set of skills that you apply in a specific order in order to produce the best effect, best damage upon your opponent. And the game will kind of give hints as when you do the first skill correctly, the next skill will have like a kind of a dotted outline, kind of indicating, hey, me next. But we'll get more into that once we do combat. To the Bannok. Maroon wishes to send an adventurer to the instructor at the Bannok. Lightbringer, have you visited the Bannok on your wanderings? It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there. I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself, and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The Twelveswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Okay, so we have to go to the Bannok. That's not a place we've been to before, but if you want to figure out where exactly it is, go ahead and click here. And this will give you kind of a hint as to where it is. This is the Blue Badger Gate here, so you essentially just want to go straight down. Let's see. Now, by default, when you press the A and the D key, your character will rotate. One change you can do, as you just did, is you can switch the key binding so A and D will strafe left to right. That will free you up from having to remember to hold down the right mouse button in order to straight left and right. Now, I switched the rotation to Q and E so you can still do it. Also, with our hunting journal, um, I just brought it up using the H key. These are the animals that we can hunt and the quantity and get extra experience by completing these. You'll also know animals that are on your hunting list because of the little circular icon that's right above them. So again, either click on them or tab on them to target them. Otherwise, you will not be able to start your attack. You will not be able to operate your attack skill. Now, notice this one highlighted. So this is the next one in our combo. Now notice that we got 29 the first time. When we did the rotation, we got 29. When we did it out of rotation, we got like 9 or 11 or something like that. So eventually, when we get further into our... Right now we just have 2 skills, so we don't really have much to challenge. But eventually, when we get later on, when we have a bunch of skills, it might behoove to practice your rotation. Right now, we don't necessarily need to worry about it, but here we completed 2 of our hunts, and we got a little bit of experience for both. And notice that the icons have disappeared from over these creatures. You don't have to do the hunts. It just helps you increase as we are level 4, almost level 5, so we can almost do our next Lancer guild quest. You also want to be mindful of the level of the creatures. This guy is level 12. We are level 4. We would not fare well if we attacked that guy. Let's get to the training ground. We'll deal with the Fungars later. So these are striking dummies. You can actually use these to practice your rotations on. The only thing is you will need to run away from them to get out of combat. And as you get in and out of combat, your gear will take damage. Speak to a mender. It's like repair gear. And that's where you'll be able to repair everything. Right now, we don't have anything that needs to be repaired. Greetings, Lightbringer Kasmeer. Maroon sent word to expect you. My name is Gelfred. I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The Twelves Wood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elemental wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new-sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelves Wood is ailing, its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty. and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests, and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors. Kasmeer. So these are so we are mousing over the different possible rewards we can have. Intelligence in mind. So we are a melee class. So this is intelligence in mind. That seems more geared towards a caster. Now we can do the elegant bronze piece. We can sell that for gil. But let's do the altered thigh boots. And we just got to level 5, and we just got a message that the next guild quest is available. Press the C button to bring up our character here, and we want to click on the icon that looks like a character with their sword out. Click on that, and that'll bring up what's the recommended gear. And already you can see the altered thigh boots are highlighted here. Press equip, and then it'll automatically equip them for us. Now we can select this to create a gear set. Click on the plus sign, and this will create a gear set for our Lancer. And so now we have this saved. Now the star here, this is our average gear level. We want to just get familiar to where this is located. We don't need to worry about this now, but it will come up later. Galfred, Chief Instructor at the Bannok, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I stand corrected. I see you are eager to lend a hand. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Rumble era, many of the 12's Wood creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor is to be sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Equip your head, body, and hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Galfred. I stand corrected. I said that it's something we wouldn't have to worry about, but they do highlight this. So our spears, item level 1. So far, all are, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 5, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1. Okay. So, and of course, you see the red icon here, so we do not match. So we do not match requirements here. So we're going to have to go back to town and upgrade our equipment. On the way, we'll go ahead and kill 3 fungar for the hunt. But I'll see you guys at the market. So to get to the market from the Aetheryte Plaza, select the Ethernet network and select the one for the Leatherworkers Guild and Shaded Bower. This is the Shaded Bower. Now, since we're only level 5, we don't need to purchase anything from the market board. We can go to the much less expensive NPC NPC vendors. Now, they might not necessarily be cheaper all the time, but usually they are, because they just sell basic stuff. So we need a level 5 spear. Now you notice classes here are marked by the little icons here. We're looking for the Lancer. So that's the one we have right now. That's level 5. We are level... Okay, so we need this. Oh, we don't have enough gil. So right-click on the person here, and then click on Disciple of War for us, and then Person's Weapons. Now, unfortunately, we do not have anything that we can really sell here. Or we can purchase, because we don't have enough here. But here, we can sell that for 1 gil. Lovely. I don't need that. 8 gil, okay. So we cannot continue on the main quest until we get our stuff to above item level 5. So I forgo purchase anything from the market. I want to check the next quest. So go to our guild master here. The quest is now unlocked, so let's speak with him. Ah, okay. Okay, so we can get one of these and we'll get the bonus. So it's good we didn't buy the harpoon, because we'll get this from the quest here. And then we can choose one of these. So we already got the boots from... Yeah, we already got the Alter Thigh boots from another quest. So yeah, if you have a class quest of your level that is ready, check it first, because you may not have to buy as much as you think. Ah, you have returned. I take from your presence that you have gained a measure of familiarity with your weapon. Good. You are ready to begin the next phase of your training. You will recall my telling you that it takes no small amount of courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which one finds unnerving. However, a lancer's notion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn a distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divides the former into 2 aspects. I would have you learn each with spear in hand. The first is composure. When outnumbered in battle, a lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all of his training will swiftly flee his mind, and he will struggle to overcome opponents, whom he would ordinarily have bested with ease. He will, in short, contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this, and you will be able to call upon every ounce of your strength and skill when it matters most. And so, to your first task. The riverbanks of the Central Shroud are home to Valken known as Yarzans. Fiercely territorial, the creatures will attack anyone who strays too close, making them the bane of fisherfolk. They typically fall upon their prey in mass, barring all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. What must go through the mind of their victim in that instant? Panic? Despair? Be sure to tell me upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave such an encounter. Take this sack of decidedly noisome bait and use it to lure the ever-ravenous creature out of her nest. It may be only the curious Yarzan appears, but if But what if 2 or 3 follow the scent? Let us see how you fare then. Now go, my young lancer, and learn what it means to fight with composure. So we got a key item. Key items can be used on targets by first right-clicking on the target and then right-clicking on the appropriate icon from the key items window. Again, we have this option here because we attune to all the aetheryte crystals. If you look in your mini map here, it's hard to see, but there's 2 arrows here. Our main quest is down here, and it shows a little really small main quest icon. There is another gold arrow to the side here, and that is our class quest. Now, since we're in range, the icon is a little bit bigger. You can also bring up your main menu, and it'll show here. This is our class quest here, and if you mouse over the area, it'll say level 5 Spear the Fearless. And the arrow there means that it's at a lower elevation. Right click on there's where we have to place the bait. Right click, it'll bring up the key items. Right click on select use. Use tab to select your enemy. Okay, so this is a power-up. Okay. It's the 3rd skill we learned, but it's just a power-up. Now that triangle-like shape in front of him, that was an attack, and if you don't want to get hit by attacks like that, you have to run out of the area of effect. So you have to run out of that kind of glowing area there. And we got the hunting log for those creatures. Okay, let's go back to the Lancers Guild and turn our quest in. All right. Welcome back, Lightbringer, and well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with the spear will avail the Lancer who lacks composure. You are now ready to learn the second aspect of a Lancer's courage, resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a Lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he will become defensive and, in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A Lancer who fears to attack is not but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick, for all good it will do him. It is not and will never be a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you go to the central shroud, to an area adjoining the abandoned dungeon known as Spirit Hold. Since the calamity, that neck of the Twelves Wood has become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you will find 3 collapsed pillars, which have become a haunt for fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiends can you expect to encounter? Ha! To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young Lancer. I will only say this. If you face those foes with the Lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you have completed the trial, pray report to Julian in the entrance hall. She has grasped the 2 aspects of courage, albeit with some trouble, though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties. Her struggle has furnished her with certain insights which I think you would benefit from hearing. A Lancer learns best when he is doing, but the wisdom of his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Lightbringer, and do as I bid you. So we'll see this when we get to the point. You'll see an object on the ground with a sparkle, type effects on it, similar to the purple haze, the Yarzan nest. Right-click to interact with them. And we want to go back to the Blue Badger Gate. So we want to go back similar to where we were. We want to follow these right here. All right, so not going to combat the level 8 creatures with level 1 gear. Let's go back to the Lancers Guild and report in. All right, back at the Lancers Guild, and this time we need to report back to the receptionist. And there's the... I have been expecting you, Lightbringer. By your return, I trust you now understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It is a matter of training each of its aspects. Now, the endeavor may prove difficult in the beginning. Gods know how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but you must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whether in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature and you will acquire such courage as you never thought it could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might. It could simply be a disagreement born of a conflict in ideology. The point is, it matters not what battlefield you stand upon. So long as you take care to be composed and resolute, your courage will grow. Did I make any sense? Even a little. I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Yuane, but if there is aught I can do to assist in your training. What is that? Something is afoot in the training area. And you call yourselves Lancers? Pathetic. You are next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse, and all will know that you are no true Lancer. See what you will, I am above provocation. Humph. Craven to the last man. Ah, but what have we here? Wait, she is but a novice. That makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted her to your ranks, did you not? Very well. I shall withdraw for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. There is not more to see. Return to your drills. Lightbringer, you made no attempt to evade his thrust. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to deprive you of your senses? Well, is of little consequence now. You need pay no further heed to our uninvited guests, lest you wonder it is not uncommon for challengers to come pounding on our door, seeking to test their mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage, the composure to bring the sum of your strength and skill to bear against your foes, and the resolve to attack when fear would stay your hand, as befits a Lancer. When next we meet, I shall have another trial for you, one that will put your courage to the test. Until then, continue to apply yourself to your training. Farewell, Lightbringer. We'll choose the coat. So, some items that you receive will be untradeable. They will be marked on the item description, on the item page. And some items are unique. You cannot possess more than one of that particular item at a time. So now we can update our build, our Lancer here. Again, press C to bring up the character menu. Press on the icon here. It looks like a character with their sword out. This will now it's showing two two we can equip to improve our gear. Select equip, it will automatically be updated. And now, since we used this to create the gear set list, we don't need to go back here to save our set. We can simply just hit update gear set. And if we hit this, it's already equipped. So now our average item level is level 5. We will want to update all the other level 1 stuff, but in due time. So now we can go and present ourselves back at the trainer, Galfred. Okay. So bit of editing here. We did go to back to Gallifred, but we did not meet the requirements for the quest. My misunderstanding is we need everything on the left-hand side here to be level 5. So we need a hat. Everything else is level 5 or above. The boot, the feet, the legs, hands, body, and weapon. So let's go to the market here, and let's go ahead and get the one piece that we're missing. So instead of having to buy everything, we did get a lot from the guild, from the Lancers Guild. Okay, 1 to 9, and we need a level 5. Let's see. Yeah, these are more than we can afford. Again, press C, click on recommended gear, click on equip. That'll automatically equip everything that it'll automatically equip the eye patch, and then click update gear set to update the Lancer gear set. Now, if we go back to the Lancer or Gallifred, we should now meet the requirements of the quest. Type M to bring up the menu, and this will help us figure out just where exactly we need to go here to get to. And on the menu, notice that the icon is updated. So it's now a green check mark, so we now meet the requirements of the quest. Ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you pass muster. You would be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Lightbringer. We already have that. We don't need that. This elegant bronze piece. Okay, so we're going to split the video up here. We will continue with the next quest, which is Chasing Shadows. But anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.